Kerry, Dixon, questions for Coach Dixon.
It seems like your group has performed above maybe expectations from the outside going into the season. Kind of what have you seen from your guys so far this year?
Just the constant development of route running and understanding coverages. Trying to do a good job on the outside of getting a body on the body in the run game, knowing that those running backs are breaking tackles and just trying to finish on the outside. So they've bought into everything that we're doing, and you can continue to see the progress day in and day out.
Naturally, Brown has made a lot of big plays. He's been your big play guy. Has anyone developed behind him like Norris to where you feel, if you need someone to go in there for him, he can step up?
Yeah, so Josh Blancato and Kalani Norris have both done a good job. We've put them in the game to spill time, and they go out there and they just do what they're asked to do. So those guys I feel comfortable with, just like AB, that those guys can go in there and get the job done as well. So just the way that they approach the game and they accept their role has been something that's very pleasing.
Unfortunately, Jalen goes down, but Adonicus comes in, and at the same time, James kind of sets himself as the quarterback, and those two guys seem to have a nice chemistry, and it seems to play into the field. Is that something you see?
Yeah, Adonicus did a really good job of just attacking the moment. Just next man up mentality. He spends a ton of time in the office just trying to get better, understanding techniques, just trying to know the game and learn the game. He actually does a really good job of studying the game, probably better than anybody I've been around. And you can start to see that thing show up. I told the receivers that. So when you spend time with the game will be nice to you, and that's what it's doing for Adonicus.
What does he do specifically that makes him stand out a little bit?
He has extremely great feet. His initial quickness at the line is up there with some of the best I've been around. But he just knows what techniques guys are going to try to use on him throughout the week because he does a great job in preparation. Anytime you prepare, then the success will come. And I just think his want to and desire to get better every day is what you're seeing show up on Saturdays.
I imagine with his, like you said, quick feet, you want to get him the ball in space so he can show some of the moves that he has.
Yeah, and we have. He's beaten a couple of guys on slants. We've thrown him a couple of screens on the outside, and he's done a really good job of breaking tackles at times and making guys miss in the open field. So he's doing a great job of developing it, and we're going to continue to keep him in that role.
That play he made on the sideline, it was like a 3rd and 10, I think. I think that was one of the most important plays in the game because it kind of got you out a little farther.
Mm-hmm.
What did he do on that play, and kind of what maybe showing some of the things that he's
the biggest thing, we do ball drills every day after practice. And the one thing that goes unnoticed is he caught that ball, extended his hands away from his body, and just plucked it out the air, which is something that we always talk about. If he let that ball get into his body, he's going to be called out of bounds. But the fact that he framed the ball and caught it and got a foot down, that's why we were able to get the first down. So that was a really good play, and it was something that when we talked about the game, I reiterated to everyone in the room.
And he kind of, it was a broken play to come back, I guess, to the sideline?
Yeah, it was a broken play, so he just came back and made a play on the ball, which was really good. T.O. thought it was coming to him too, yeah, because he got up. Right. He just barely missed the tip on the ball, but yeah, it was a really good play by him down the field.
With Tobias, obviously that's a tough spot to have been the quarterback and been the guy, and then to have to change positions and play receiver and stuff. It seems like he's really kind of picking it up and blossoming a little bit.
Yeah, he's doing a heck of a job, man. He's one of those guys. At first I've been there, so I understand what he was going through. But now he's starting to see some improvements day in and day out. He works on his releases and different things like that on the outside edge. The 3rd down play that he had was crucial to us as well within the drive. So he's just getting a little bit better each and every day, and we're just going to continue to groom him and help him grow into the guy that he can be at receiver, which is dynamic.
I imagine so you see a high ceiling there for him.
Huge. He's his athletic ability, his ability to make plays in open space. He really has great initial quickness, which is something on the outside that you definitely need. And the sky's the limit for the kid.
It seems interesting because, going in maybe even into spring ball, it was guys like Jalen and Malachi and Steve.
Mm-hmm.
And Malachi's still playing, but
right.
the other guys aren't even, haven't been in there. And that's got to be kind of interesting to see how that's evolved even during the season for you guys.
Yeah, it has been an experience, but those guys have just bought into what we're teaching on a day-to-day basis. So when they go out there and they put it into play, they'll see success. And I think it all boils down to just those guys buying into what's being taught. And when they see great things happen, I think everybody just wants to do it the right way.
I think Coach Patnod was talking last week about Amarian and how the very first time he ever saw him just run a sprint, that he turned to you and said, that's our slot. What kind of was your perspective on that, and what were your kind of first impressions?
Yeah, I felt like he jumped the gun with that statement, but he was exactly right. Extremely fast. When we got out for spring ball, you could see his initial quickness show up, some of his ball skills. The young man understands football. He has a knack for getting open. If you make any type of adjustment based off of what coverage you're seeing, he can go out there and execute it, which is why you see him have success. He's probably, out of all the freshmen I've been around, just one of the smoothest and polished guys I've been around at that young age.
Are there guys like Zach or anyone else that are getting close to being above the line? Really?
They're continuing to work on a day-to-day basis. I think Zach has come a long way. You can see him out here making plays. We're just going to continue to develop and groom him and see if he can kind of push himself up over that line.
With Malachi, is there something in particular, or is it just the ball is not coming to him, or kind of what it seems like he hasn't maybe had the production you maybe expected going into the season yet?
So the last 2 weeks, he hasn't had a ball come to him, but the one thing I love about Malachi is he's all about the team. Like, he's one of the great leaders on the sideline. He wants to go out there and do his best every chance he gets. So even when it's a play, the ball is not coming to him, you can see him sprinting across the field to go try to make the extra block, which is something that receiver, you're not going to always get the ball. But it's that extra effort play, that unselfishness, which makes the great ones.
It seems like even the guys like OJ or Jair, the guys who are maybe not seeing the field much, but are older guys, like everyone, the buy-in seems very high. I guess, can you just talk about that? It's fascinating to kind of see how bought in guys who aren't even necessarily playing are.
Yeah, it just comes to a point to where you accept your role, whatever that may be on the team. Like with a guy like OJ, just unbelievable on special teams. He's a leader in the room. If I throw him out there, receiver, I trust that he'll know what to do and he'll do a great job. I think those guys just have bought into the message. They see that great things come to those who do great things. And
what's your role? What's Jalen how's he gonna help out the last several weeks of the season?
So Jalen is my big leader in the room. Everybody knows that, and he does a wonderful job of just being a motivator to those other guys and making sure guys stay on top of things, and he can always help them out if they need any type of help. So it's unbelievable to have a guy like that around.
Looking to the future, a guy like Marquise, he knows he's not going to play, but he's out there working hard every day. What are you going to have with him when he's eligible next year?
An unbelievable player with great ball skills, extremely great quickness. He embodies everything that you talk about when you're talking about receiver. Just to watch his development as he's been here has been something unreal, and I'm super proud of that kid.
How much does it say about him, the fact that obviously can't do much right now, but he's out here every single day, in the film room every single day, doing that kind of stuff?
It speaks to his character and just the type of young man that he's become. He's one of those kids that he just wants to do what's best for the team. And good things come to good people. And the more he has that attitude and that integrity about himself, then great things are going to continue to happen for him. And I'm just so proud because at first it was tough on him. But then he just broke through that adverse condition and just decided, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out here, give my all every single day and get better. And you can start to see those things show up in practice, and it's phenomenal to see.
I imagine you're excited looking into the future. You may have 5-6 guys that can really all play a lot and are starter quality level guys.
Yeah, I'm extremely excited about the future. Probably more excited than a lot of people think. But I'm living in the now and developing these young men and helping them go out there and have great success. And that's what it's all about.
Chris, for you guys to run for 200 yards, it takes everybody. And I'm curious kind of what do coaches see as far as how that's developing?
I think So the run game, Coach Key, Coach Choice, Coach Patino, those guys do a great job of planning what we're going to do when we go in the game. And I think the kids have just bought into, hey, this is how we're going to be successful. And on the outside, those guys know if I make the extra block, this is how this player is going to be successful. And then it opens up the passing game and everybody's happy. So I think just the way guys have bought in, they understand their role, and they're continuing to work the tails off. I think that's why you see us have so much success on the ground and throughout the air when we have those chances.
Anything else? All right. Thank you,
Thanks,
Coach
Kerry.
Dixon.
All right.
Thanks, Kerry.
Thank you all.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, thank you.
No problem. Kelly, I saw you look at me when I
Appreciate
made
you.
that quote. Did I say something stupid?
No, 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 you're good.
How's it going, buddy?